much because I can stop it and replay it when I realize I wasn't listening. And I don't listen all the time. I don't even realize I'm not listening. I could be looking and my kid will say, "Hey, Mom." And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Okay. Wait, what? What did you just say?" I'm looking at them. Good morning. Good morning, Pink Dreamer. Yeah, I'm like literally like, "What did you just say?" I have like no idea what you just said. And so then I'm like, "Please repeat that." And they get so mad because I'm like, "Huh? Huh? Huh?" I don't even hear things. Like, don't acknowledge. So I love online learning or video learning because I can stop it, replay it because I check out. Reading is hard. I like to read things when I really already know the content, but I want to be introduced with it by video. Not always in person. Because in person, when I'm watching somebody in person, say I was looking at myself right now, right? And I was in person. I would notice the lighting. I would notice the wall art. I would notice how her hair is being set. I would notice the jacket. I would notice everything but what she had to say and what she was in her. That's just me. The only way I can engage is if I'm dialoguing with the person, which means I sound like I'm overtaking the entire presentation, which makes me look like a hole. And I know that, but it's like, I also know like that's what I have to do to be engaged is I have to conversate with the person lecturing. So you can tell it wasn't a great time in college because they thought I was a hole and I didn't mean to be, but that's how I engaged. So I liked graduate school better because guess what? That was nothing but conversation. So it worked out really good. So if I watch video, I do a lot better because it's flat. It's, 2D. It's just 2D. And I don't notice all the other stuff. And sometimes I don't even watch. I just listen. Like, you're so ADHD. I listen on like ×2 speed. Does anybody do that? Like, I literally speed. And if you talk too slow, just forget it. My brain is like clicked out. So, point being, my kids obviously have ADHD issues. My oldest son almost looks like a degenerate flunk out when he takes classes with people because of his ADHD. He doesn't want to take meds. I've tried a couple. I tried two. I don't remember the first one, but the doctor was just like, "Hey, just watch within 2 weeks. They do have a tendency, some kids get suicidal." And I was like, okay. 48 hours later, the kid could have pulled the plaster off the wall or the drywall off the wall. He just wanted to dig his fingers in and he looked at me. He's like, "I don't want to take that stuff. I don't like this. There's a monster." And I was like, "Oh yeah, do not take that again." And then we did Ritalin. I don't know if any of y'all had experiences with Ritalin, or the generic version of Ritalin, because we ain't that bougie. So they did Ritalin, but it put my kids to sleep. So if sorry, I'm so sorry. I was reading April's. I do that with my kids all the time. I'll put them on restriction to discipline them, but then I forget I've done it. I can't. I have been successful, I will say. One of my kids got in trouble and really just needing a heart change issue and some phone addiction issues. And so we took that child. I'm not naming names because that's not fair. My kids get kind of like, "Mom, you've been sharing us for 10 years. I've been sharing their life for 10 years. A little off and on here lately, but mostly because they're just like, "Mom," and I don't know. Anyway, so I gotta crack eggs. So, she,